Hello everyone. I Shalini Guliani, Faculty BA JMC Department from Tecnia Institute of Advanced Studies. Today I am going to deliver you a lecture on the topic Fundamentals of Writing. In Fundamentals of Writing, first we will discuss in details about narrative writing. Narrative writing's main purpose is to tell a story. The author will create different characters and tell you what happened to them. Sometimes the author writes from the point of view of the one character. This is known as the first person narration. Novels, short stories, poetry and biographies can all fall in this category. Simply, narrative writing answers the question, what happened then? Key points that in narrative writings are: a person tells a story or an event, has characters and dialogues in that, has definite and logical beginnings, intervals and endings. Often has this situation like action, motivational events and disputes or conflicts with their eventual solutions. Example of when you would use persuasive writings that include novels, short stories, poetry, autobiography, oral histories. Example, I don't think that's a good idea. You never used to be such a girl. Pushing open the door. Reluctantly, Joanne followed. This is narrative because it tells a story. There are different characters, conversation and a plot in unraveling. Narrative writing aims to entertain the reader. However, instead of trying to entertain the reader with this beauty of language, the writer is trying to tell a story. If an author adopts an expository writing style to tell a story, the author can quickly bore the reader. Narrative writing will use more descriptive language and imagery because the author wants the reader to imagine the characters, scene and settings in order to become part of the story, world and to connect to its plot. Narrative writers can also change their style depending on the type of story. For example, if a writer wants to create a suspense story, they might use short choppy sentence to build up to the most exciting moment. Therefore, the genre and category of narrative can influence the style of writing as well. Second is reflexive writing. In this kind of writing, you couple personal experience with careful observations and critical thinking about an aspect of your experience. For example, you might write about how you develop as a thinner writer or researcher, or how a particular process or event unfolded you. The key is that writing engages you. As well as sharing insight with readers, reflexive writing is increasingly becoming an important component of intellectual work. In many cases, self-reflection is a means of augmentation in which you use your experience to make a point about importance of particular event, process, form of knowledge. Even though reflexive writing might look like a story, you do have to employ theoretical strength to plan and structure in clarifying your purpose, understanding your audience and building a main point, stance or thesis. How's that? The reflective thinking process starts with you. Before you can begin to assess the words and ideas of others, you need to pause and identify and examine your own thoughts. This involves revisiting your prior experience and knowledge of the topic you are exploring. It is also involved considering how and why you think the way you do. The examination of your beliefs, values, attitudes and assumptions forms the foundation of your understanding. Reflective thinking demands that you recognize that you bring valuable knowledge to every experience. It helps you, therefore, to recognize and clarify the important connections between what you already know and what you are learning. It is a way of helping you to become an active and aware and critical learner. Moving on again to the descriptive part of writing, a good descriptive writing includes many vivid sensory details that paint a picture and appeals to all of the reader's senses of sight, hearing, touch, smell, taste when appropriate. Descriptive writing may also paint picture of feelings the person, place or anything try to invoke the writer. If we talk about planning strategy for descriptive writing, a good descriptive writing often makes use of figures, language such as analogies, similes, metaphors to help paint the picture in the reader's mind. Good descriptive writing use precise language, general adjectives, nouns, passive verbs. They don't have a place in good descriptive writing. Use specific adjectives and nouns and strong actions verbs to give life to the picture you are painting in reader's mind. Good descriptive writing is organized. Some ways to organize descriptive writing includes chronological, spatial and order of importance. When describing a person, you might begin with a physical description followed by how the person thinks, feels and acts. I hope you understand the topic of kinds of media writing. Thank you very much.